Hey, Mirrors, what's up, bud?
I think it's maybe that's new. C42. I don't know if that would work. What's that? 12 extra slots. 14 extra slots. What's this? 3. I don't care about that. Oh, come on. I think I'm going to dump that. I'll carry that for a minute. What the hell? How do you get down? I forgot. What is going on? It's got to be too high to fall or jump. Let me go up here. I don't know where Swifty went. Long gone by now. See, that was explosive. Is that like a car? It's a tractor. Oh, that went pretty far. Just trying not to die here. Alright, how do I get down? I thought it was like... Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, I got no ammo. Wait, I think that butt pack was up there. I'm gonna take that. I think that butt pack was up there. Or whatever they call it. Oh, this isn't the butt pack one. Still. Should keep it, but... Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. I'm gonna win a fashion show with it. I'm gonna jump on Matt's Discord. I'm gonna try to be stealthy here, which never works out. Oh man, I'm freaking thirsty. Oh, I got this. Oh boy. Boy, that's not going there. More than likely, Swifty went all through here. It's a little better. Oh, I didn't check yet. Perfect. Oh man, it sucks if he logged off. He got the spark plug. That's my guy. I love him. Swifty's awesome. What do we got? Another smoke grenade. He pretty much looted this. Sorry, I'm eating her banana. I don't cramp up. Always cramp up when I get chemo. Well, most of the time. I need both of us. Holy crap. Not good. Swifty! Swifty! I forgot, I think I got 3 shots. Yeah, I need to let all them go. There's way too many of them guys just came out of nowhere. I'll play the easy way. Swifty. You left me, bro. I don't even know if this thing is still running. How's this? I don't know what that's about. You there, Mares? Let's give it a minute or two here. Oh boy. I ain't got nothing really on me, do I? Oh, this plastic wrap. I don't even know what that's for. A wrapping machine. Would that be like, I guess, like doing marijuana or whatever? The marijuana. Let's see if I can do this here. Not fight 25 guys. I want to say it, but as soon as I say it, they'll pop up. There's no way AI. Oi. guess this ain't a hiding spot. Guess I'll just have to get the hell out of here as soon as I can. Let me see if he's still on. Oh, thanks, Mirrors. Yeah, I was on earlier. I don't know if you're on. If you're away. But my stream just stopped. Like 3 hours in. It does that every now and then. I don't understand what I'm doing. I don't know, it does it. It's weird. It does it every now and then. Pisses me off. Let's give it a minute here before I make my move. Oh, really? Like, what the heck? I don't know why it does that. I mean, it does it, dang, more times than I would like. Yeah, I think he thought I logged off, so I think he jumped out. I just DM'd him on Discord. Told him I jumped into Matt's Discord so we can talk. Can't stay here too long. I got oh, for crying out loud. Getting thirsty. Well, I guess if any good would have came, it brought down all those guys down there. So far I haven't had too good luck on this island. I had some weed seeds and I died. Sunk in the water. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, for crying out loud. I don't get how they get behind you. Kind of ridiculous. I think there's a well around here somewhere. I know it's away from that army base. Well, I think it's from. Oh, yes. Oh. Didn't I have something? Thought I had a. Must have been in that other backpack. Some guy with no shirt on takes 3 hits from an axe. That's believable. That's believable in a zombie game. What is this at? Where's that axe? I forgot it was in my hand. That's funny. So 3 hits with the axe or the knife. Crying out loud, these guys are everywhere. That was the aftermath. They kind of cut down on the zombies. Got used to it. I think it was aftermath. Let me see if he responded. That boat, see if the boat's gone, he's gone. Obviously. I think he parked over here. Let me check this first. I'm supposed to go fishing in the morning. So that's like a couple hours away. gonna say, just looking at that kind of looks like a Jedi robe or something. That's the ocean. Oh, wait, that's bad. Why do you ask? So I can drink out of it? I think there's I believe where I'm at there's a well, and I got a bottle. So. See, we're looking at 30. That would look good with a trapper hat. Every time I do that, my pants, I think I don't have pants on. That's funny. Yeah, there's this like, it's like on the East Coast, but it's further down, almost. I don't know the map, but yeah, there's one right there. But there's that island. This one here. They put a mod in there. Well, someone made a whole bunch of bases and stuff on there. I think he parked here, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I'll fish tomorrow. Well, I went Sunday. Is that Sunday? I went Monday. It was my daughter's birthday, and they wanted to go swim and lay out at the beach. There was like a it's like a lake they built when they were building the expressway, you know, like overpasses and stuff. And it's like a park, the city of Hobart, where it's like the next town over. They stock it and stuff like that, but there's a beach there, and she wanted to go with my wife and them. So it's like my wife, my mother-in-law, sister-in-law. I just went fishing. Your redheads don't really do good in them. I got my tackle box guy. I forgot to bring my tape measure, but tackle box got a measurer on there, tape measure, 12 inches, and it was about, I don't know, I'd say about 2 inches longer than the box. So, a largemouth bass. So but saying all that, I tried waking my son up. And he just wouldn't get up twice. I said, hey, I'm going fishing, you want to go? And mind you, he's 20 years old. And then he's like, hey, and then my wife tried waking him up. I'm like, what do? You can't, like, throw water on him, you know? He got up and he's like, how come you guys didn't tell me? I wanted to go fishing. We did. So I told him I was wanting to go today. Maybe. Depends on how I feel because I had chemo today. So, well, Tuesday. It's Wednesday now. It's like 2 o'clock. I was like, I'm gonna go with the, as soon as the sun comes up, because it's getting hot here. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit or Celsius, but it's like it's supposed to be in the upper 80s, maybe lower 90s. I think that's around like 35 Celsius. I know, like, because I looked the other day, I think like 95 Fahrenheit's like 37 Celsius. I mean, I could be wrong, but oh man, it's got enough potatoes. It's like the first gun I found. Switzy found the rocket launcher. No scope for you. You working or you just at home chilling? I think he parked the boat over there, but how can they run right through you? That's that one. I'm sure I didn't grab it. Oh, okay. What are you drinking? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's over. Which is alright, because he had sparkwood. It might be on the other side of that rock. Or that cluster rock, so I think it is. Because I don't think we came in. I don't think we came in right there on the boat. The ship. Yeah, okay, I thought it was around there. It's supposed to be in the upper 80s, I think. Let me look. 86 today. Hey Bush, what's up, bud? Well, I was streaming earlier and it just stopped for some reason. I think the Swifty took the boat. Yeah, we haven't had rain here in a while. The other day it did downpour last week, but not much. How's that guy only take 2 hits? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't get it. Sometimes my stream just stops. Yeah, I think he landed over here. Oh, there's the boat. So he's still here. Probably log off. Let's see my Discord. Nah, he ain't answering back. A month, good lord. Oh, really? Wow. I was gonna be like, where are you, Seattle? I know it rains every day there. Put the snipe away. And a cripe. And I got 3 big gardens. And I always do really good with peppers. Like, I do really good with gypsy peppers. And then I had some jalapenos. And then, I don't know, they crossbred because I think I was getting hot gypsy peppers, but not like jalapeno hot. And then we give like bell peppers, you know, the red and the green, or whatever, the yellow, orange. And for some reason this year they just didn't take off. Same thing with my tomato plants. We had to go buy some. Like I do it from seed. I had to go buy some like $5. It was like $5 a plant. So we got like, I spent like $110 or $20. My zucchini, we just picked, I think, 3 today, a couple yesterday. Puts their knife away. Trying to get behind me. I gotta get off this island. You know, so I did the right thing, and I moved my tomatoes because they've been there. I bought my mother and father-in-law's house, and oh, that's weird. And they plant in the same spot every year, and then so did I. You know, I didn't really research it before I knew a whole lot. Now I know a lot, just from, you know, trial and error and stuff. But you know. I YouTube and others. Let's see how they hit you when you're blocking. Well, maybe I wasn't. Apparently. Yeah, so I moved my peppers back a couple rows to where I think we just had flowers. Or no, I think that's where I had my, what the crap is that called? My brain's fried. Green beans. Which is good, because green beans put nitrogen in the ground. Nitrogen fixer, or whatever they call it. And then I heard, like, another, you know, good thing to do is sunflowers. That grabs like carbon and stuff, puts it in the ground, nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, throw it in the ground. Just an organic, I guess, if you will, way to fertilize your ground. So last year I had it pretty much around the backside. This would be the west side, and then the north side of my two of my gardens. This year we were putting them in the middle, trying to help it out naturally. Squash bugs hit me pretty hard already. Already lost 2 plants. I'm gonna have to hit them with some. She's like, should I go get 7? That bug killer? And I'm like, no, let's do some soapy water, see if we can get it that way. I gotta till tomorrow after I get back. Yeah, banana peels. That's what I used to. Someone said, I don't know how true that was, but have banana peels and put them in when you're planting peppers. I didn't do it this year. Well, I haven't did it in a while, but. You know, you got it off the internet, you know, because that, he never lies. Yeah, I love gardening. My dad used to do it, it's so relaxing. And then I did it a couple years ago. Well, that's when I was like on sick leave. So I couldn't really get out there like I wanted. So I ended up I'm just reading the chat. Molasses. Huh. So I end up getting that, it's for gardens. It's like a weed vapor. It's like a 3 mil or a 5 mil weed vapor. And it's supposed to last like 3, 4, 5 years, something like that, depending on the thickness. And put that down. I ended up buying like 5 foot long or wide, but it was like, I think it was 100 feet of it, or so I made like 25 feet. And I was like, this is what I can maintain, what I thought. And so when that goes down, I would get like a cigarette or a cigar lighter. I burn little holes in there and then plant. You know, and that really, it did keep the weeds down. So we did it again this year because I got some more, like, I got a procedure coming up. It's called a T-cell transplant. I'll be out of commission for like 2 months. I'll be in the hospital for like 2 weeks, and then I go home, I can't drive for 60 days. Someone's got to be with me at all times, just in case, you know, I won't have no immune system. And like I did a stem cell transplant 2 years ago. And then some guys, I forget where I was at. He's like, have you started getting your shots? And I'm like, what do you mean my shots? I had to get all my baby shots because I wiped them all out. I don't know if I got to get them this time or not. But that's why we didn't, I got 3 acres. So like we got a little farm. It's called Refreshing Farms. And I counted them the other day. I got 110 chickens, but I got 126 because we just bought 16 little chicks. Olive eggers, they do a green egg shell. And then I bought 2 guineas to eat all, you know, because they eat bugs big time. So kind of thin out all the bugs. And then, but one of them died. for whatever reason. Well, the reason is, I don't know if you ever get chickens when they're chicks, it gets real hot because it's summertime, and they poop, and it sticks to their feathers sometimes, and then it'll keep sticking, so it'll cover up their butt, and it's the only way. They only have one hole. If they pee and poop out of it, they actually lay an egg out of it too. They call it the technical term is called a poopy butt. Someone was real genius in coming up with that. But, so you got to get a wet rag and get that off if you don't, look at it. I didn't look at them when we first got them. I just dunked their head in the water so they know where the water is. And anyways, time we got to him, he was already delirious. So he died yesterday, I think. But I take that fertilizer from the chicken coop. Yeah, poopy butt. Funny, isn't it? The best term for chickens is water. I watered the chickens. It just means you filled up their water. I don't know who came up with that term, but it's a great one. It's funny because I was talking to Matt about it, and we DM each other on Facebook, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I just got in from watering the chickens. Watering the chickens? What the hell does that mean? Hey, this is where I died. I ran down the mountain there, right down there. And I was trying to find a spot. I was bleeding. I had 3 bleeds on me, but there was 3 zombies. I was trying to find a spot where I can bandage myself. Man, my mind is fried. And then I died like right here. I drowned because they knocked me out of it. And then my body slid down. That's where I had those marijuana weed seeds. Yeah, choke his chicken. Bush, are you the guy that used to always go up against them, like back in the day? Like you'd always be on the opposite side? So I know there's a bush. I don't know if that's in, if that's like the name you go by, or the because I know there was a bush that like he would always fight against when he had the motorcycle club. One of the times. Yeah, yeah. Because I had asked him. I was like, "What was that guy's name?" That he'd always be on the opposite side, but he wasn't like a prick about it, And he's like, "Oh, that was Bush," and I was like, "Okay, I've seen Bush's. I've seen him in the chat and stuff." But I remember watching that. That was cool. That was so good. It's always have a good enemy that's not a true enemy, like a friendship enemy. But yeah, and then also on my farm I got I don't know why, I had 6. Well, I bought 3 turkeys, the white turkeys. Yeah, Matt's awesome. He's so passionate. He's such like a wears emotions on his sleeve type of guy, No one got that down yet. But he's so passionate about this game. Well, really anything he does. Yeah, on my farm I ended up getting 3 white turkeys. And then I got 3 like traditional looking turkeys. One of my white turkeys, it's been real hot here. I think it was like last week he died. One of them died. It was almost 100 degrees. It was like 110 with the heat index. And then I got 14 meat birds, so we're actually going to process them Thursday. And then I got 4 beehives. I was going to get some pigs, and then I want to get some lamb. She wants goats, but I'm like, what are you going to do with a goat? I'm not having a pet goat. And then you can't have one, you got to have multiple, because they're social animals. I was like, let's get sheep, because you can get sheep and they have hair instead of wool, another type of sheep, and they the hair sheds instead of you don't have to shear them. Because if I only got a couple sheep, if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm sure I can learn off Facebook or YouTube. But if I don't know what I'm doing, I got to pay someone to come shear 4 sheep. I mean, that'd be if I was doing it, I'd charge them a lot more, because, excuse me, because it's only 4. It's like, why am I'm not donating my time, you know? And I would imagine, well, I probably would. That's just how I am. Because it would probably be a friend asking. But I can imagine, you know, people that did that for a living. I don't do it for a living. I work at a steel mill. But if someone did it for a living, you know, like a farmer or whatever, it's like, why would I waste my time with 4 sheep? It'd have to be, you know, worth it. And then we wanted to get some pigs. I would love to get a cow, but I don't have the acreage for the cow. But there's a guy, he's out of Canada. Oh, hold on, my son's coming down. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. But he's a guy out of Canada. His name's Curtis Stone. And he's got some, I read a couple of his books. I don't know, I know I read one, I can't remember, I've read it. Maybe it's one he recommended too, I can't remember, but he's pretty good. And he says, like, one of the things I got from him is, but he talks about gardening, like, you know, for a business. So he only gardens, like, he only plants stuff that he's got a quick turnaround, like 30, 60 days at the most, that he can turn around and sell it at the farmers markets. And then he's like, start at a farmers market, you know, for a year, and, you know, you write everything down. What's that? You are? Alright. And then he said then you take that, you know, and you go to, if you wanted to expand, you go to like your local, small local, like if you had it in your area, like supermarket, you take them the numbers, because they, to get in there, you got to have numbers, you know, this is what I do and all that. This is what I did in a month, the first month, second month, and I like to put crap in these, so it's way too far away from my base. But what his famous saying is, well, what I took from it, the best thing he ever said was, you don't need land, you just need access to it. So he's like, what you do, is you, like, depending on the size of your land that you got in your backyard, and, you know, and as long as you or your neighbors don't have fences, just go to them and say, hey man, I want to do 100 foot bed by, you know, however many, 6 foot wide, but that would run into your property. And he goes, is there any way I can use your property? And then, you know, whenever you wanted it back, you'd have to give me that season that I'm in, and then I could put it back the next season. The next, yeah, once I harvested it, and it'd be like, and I'll put it back exact, I'll reseed it and everything. That way it's like just like it was, and then the whole time I'm using it, you don't have to. I'm saving you money because you're not cutting grass. He's like, you could do the same. You can do the same thing for like livestock. You don't need you don't need you don't need the land. You just need the access to it. Which is, I mean, that's a good rule. Like right by me, I have a church, and they probably got 10 acres. I used to have a baseball field, and it's like right up on. I got a driveway. I got a back neighbor, so I got a driveway separating my land and the baseball church's land. But they let it go. Now it's got like weeds and trees, and for the last, I don't know, 7 years. So what you do is you get like a electric portable fence. You could set it up because it's not fenced. You could set it up, and then um, I could run my sheep in there because sheep will eat weeds before they eat grass, and then that's doing him a service because it's it's clearing the land, and then it's doing me a service because I don't have to feed him. So I'm like, heck yeah. And then because I kind of like just made little paddocks in my mind, like where I can put, like how I can section off my land and rotate my, livestock so they're not on the same land all the time. Yeah, if they're not a-holes, that's always a thing. Well, it's like here, they moved into this house in 1985 because I heard them say it the other day. So my wife lived here since 85 till we got married in 2000, and then we just bought the place 7 or 8 years ago. So they've had the same neighbors, but the one on the south of me is she got Alzheimer's, so now she lives with her kids, and I don't think you can ring that out, can you? And then the other one on the north side of me, they the son and the mom lived together. Son still lived at home. He died of drugs, and then I think she just died of, she had cancer, like a whole bunch of different places. So it's been sitting there. I think it's been a year. So, but they didn't have a ton of land. That's why I was like, maybe, why, it'd be nice if the church would let me do it. But I gotta wait until next year now because, I'm going through cancer and all that. Well, I've been going through cancer, but hopefully, well, they keep saying that doing this, I should get off the chemo, at least. I'm all for it because I'm so sick of chemo. I've been doing it for 5 years now. Well, September it'll be 5 years. That's just right around the corner. I live in Indiana. I live in Portage, Indiana, which is like right under Lake Michigan. It's like 45 minutes from Chicago. Sort of like the second, what is that called? Second county over from Illinois. You say you're in Alabama? We're 65 where it ends. That's where we're at. Yeah, so, dude, I looked out the window and I thought that was a guy looking at me. That's funny. 3 pipes or whatever. Yeah, so I'm 48, and I started in I work at U.S. Steel, but the one in Gary works, so I can retire. I know they got one down in Alabama. I'm not sure where at. Granite City, maybe, or that might be somewhere else. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we were. I was wanting to retire, or I can. Oh well, I could have retired. I think at 51, they'd give me like the time worked and my age equals out to a certain number, 80, I think it is, 80 points, and I could retire. And we wanted to move down to like to Tennessee. I got like my dad's family's down in Kentucky, but that's on the west side, Paducah, and yeah, Granite. I think it's called Granite City. They made a electric arc furnace, so it runs on. They take steel and melt it down, or they take scrap. But this one, that's usually what a mini mill is. This one's like really big. So I think they're gonna do now because U.S. Steel just merged with a Japanese company called Nippon, which I'm cool with. Like, what is in my hands? And like my unions, they're all bent out of shape about it. I was like, dude, you guys didn't like the owners we have now. Can't get any worse. Well, you're all pissed. They're pissed off because no one asked them their opinion. They got butt hurt. But anyway, that's what I was saying earlier. I wish they would. It'd be cool if they put their names on them, like their, not their real name, but the name they went by. It's funny. I was talking to my mother-in-law because they live down in Bradenton, Florida, which is just like right by Sarasota, south of Tampa, and they're up. They came up here for a little couple weeks. Oh, my daughter's birthday. But they're staying for a couple weeks, and I was talking about, I was like, yeah, I was on the podcast, and oh no, someone asked me what my name is because she wanted to put me on their prayer list, and she's like, it'd be cool. And I was telling my mother-in-law this. She goes, I'll tell them dirt diving, but it'd be better if I had your real name. She's like, your name's dirt diving? My mother-in-law. I was like, don't hate. I guess someone's in the area. I wonder if those mushrooms pop up if it's AI. Or does it know the difference? Yeah, so next year I want to do the first thing I want to do is there's two different type of pigs that I want. One's a cooney. They don't get that big, but their snout is like, it's not like, I don't know how to say it, prolonged. It doesn't stick out as much as like a regular pig does. So what they do is they eat more weeds and stuff because they're with a longer snout. They can't root and dig up your ground. They still do, I would imagine, but not on the scale of a regular pig, I guess. And kunis come from like South America, I believe. But then they're not as big. And you know, they taste a little different because their diet's more, well, it's all plant-based because you're digging up there, they dig up and eat the roots of things as opposed to eating the actual weeds and I guess trees or whatnot. It changes the flavor of them, I guess. But then someone from Iowa started crossbreeding, like, I forget the names of them, but one of them's a kuni. I just remember that because that's one that I might want. And one of the bigger ones. And then there's like a third and a fourth that he threw in there. And it took up a lot of the traits of the kuni, but it got real big. And it's called an Iowa pasture pig because you can put them out on pasture and they won't destroy it. So the same thing same thing with like sheep or goats and cows. You put them in paddocks, which is just like, you know, like 50 by 50 area. It's just like a holding place, and then you move them to the next one after 2 weeks or whatever. And you do that like you do that with pigs because they would they would tear up the ground eventually. They'd eat all the grass. It's just like you have weeds all over the place. Oops. I thought I just seen somebody, but my mind's playing tricks on me. So yeah, but for like pigs they got, I don't know, they're immune to a lot of things, I think, as far as like bugs and parasites, because their guts a lot. They're used to eating crap that's been sitting in the mud, not crap literally, but their food's been sitting in the mud and all that. But like sheep and goats, you would want to move them I forget how long it takes for the insects to get into their in their poop and then like start maturing. They get parasites and from eating grass around that, and so you move them before those bugs get to a certain, I don't know, age in life, and then I think it takes like 30 days. And then I think you move them every week. So, and you should, if you do that, so if you move them every 9 days, you should be good technically, or whatever the limit is. So, I kind of planned out my backyard, and I told my wife, I'm like, hey, because I got an acre up front and 2 in the back, and then I'm like, hey, we're gonna have to start putting up. All right, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for posting that in Matt's Discord. Yeah, so it's like, I was like, hey, we're gonna have to like put some planter boxes or something up front and cut down the size of the gardens just so I can have extra places for the animals, but then I can always take them up and then they'd be fertile, you know, really good. That's like with my meat birds. I bought like a dog run, but it's actually 4 poultry or rabbits. Anyway, so what you do is, it's called the chicken tractor. You can make them if you wanted. But what you do is you move them every day, so they're not in the same spot, and it's good for every other day, or I do every other day. But yeah, so you move them, and then they're on fresh ground, so they don't get sick. But they can forage, you know, they can eat, because they eat grass. They forage for bugs. And then you still feed them. It's interesting when you get into the whole thing. Layered shirt. So you gonna get on this server, or are you on it? Oh yeah, the stupid thing was locked earlier. I think I had a pick lock, but I either put it up or died. Yeah, because it's crew cut. He was wanting to do a server, I guess, and he was playing on PlayStation. And I was like, "Oh, you just got a computer?" And he's like, "No, no, I had one." I'm like, "Why don't you play on that?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm downloading it now." He was just sitting in the other room. I guess he had moved, and I don't know if he moved his redid a room or they moved, and it was just sitting in a box. And he's like, yeah, hooking the PlayStation up's easier and setting it all up. But he had ran a server through them, PlayStation, and then he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna set this up. And Matt kept talking about finding somebody to run something like kind of what he wanted, and Crewcut said he would. So this is gonna be the new spot, I guess. I mean, everyone has input. Just get on their Discord and say, hey man, I like this mod. Any way you can look at it and maybe implement it? And he said he will. He'll look at it, and if it fits. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Doc? How are you today? I think he still wants to jump on a couple other ones, but not for a while. He's building up his base. And yeah, he's building up his base, and he wants to do like role playing on it, like they did before. But I think he wants to get a little bit more into it because um, he's like, what he's gonna do is what he did, is he built. Just got into work. Oh, okay. Yeah, 8 hours. That's going in. I hate working 16. I had to sign off. They were like killing me with it. My blood pressure was going. It's going bananas. But it's like I think the schedule just came out. I'm on vacation this week. But I think there was like 9 open turns, and then people have overtime. So I was like, good lord. Glad I signed off. Well, the doctor told me to sign off. But yeah, so like what Matt wants to do is he's like, here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build my own house, my own base, and then have like an MC clubhouse somewhere else. He's like, I encourage everyone to do it that that's in the MC, and then so then because Matt, he's like, hey man, I got a room for you because I can't play all the time, just with everything that's going on. Yeah, yeah, I got a doctor's note, so that's what this one guy said. He's like, he's retired now, but he's like, someone signed off the overtime, and he was on his shift. He goes, well, I'm going to sign off, and then I'm going to get everyone to sign off on the shift. So then everyone, who's to say no one can, you have to stay, because now he's the senior guy, and the other guy, the first guy that signed off, isn't. So he would end up staying. I was like, because it sucks, because I work with 3 guys. Well, I work with 2 guys. I'm the 3rd guy. So like, me and one guy, he had a blood clot in his leg. So the doctor he told him he had to sign off. And then so now there's only one guy that can stay if someone calls on. I feel bad for him, but I mean, I don't want to have a stroke. But I'm going on sick leave the end of the month anyways. I gotta have a procedure done. Hey Doc, you live in the U.S. or you one of them Brits? Oh, Bush, yeah, I was saying earlier, but well, a little time ago, but yeah, when I retire, we wanted to move down to like Tennessee or around somewhere. I got a buddy who lives just outside Atlanta. He's like, dude, come live down here with me. When we were in high school, he ended up getting kicked out. Broomski, what's up, buddy? Oh, okay. How you been, Broomy? What's on the agenda today? DNA? Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had certain days you played certain servers. What's your favorite server to play, Broomy? Really? You like it that much? That's too much like... Well, I guess after you play it so long, you know what pills to take, and... That make my brain hurt. Thought I seen a tent, I guess it was this I seen. Yep, still don't know what that means. Oh man. Someone's been here. It's like a while ago. See if they put a tent down over here. I guess no one uses that spot no more. Probably because everyone knows about it. You doing a solo run today, or you haven't even thought about it? How big is this thing? Maybe I'll do that. If I can find a hacksaw, that'd be great. That'd be great. I don't even know what they got on here. They got black market. All the black market got, or all the traders, but none of them are safe zones. And then there's AI on here, roaming AI. I don't think he put in. I got a buddy. He's got his own server. He put in. All right. He put in. If I can think. He put in where there's airplanes that fly over, and they search for players. And if you don't run into a building, they'll end up dropping paratroopers down on you, a couple of them. And you know, they're military, so they're not really, it's best to run inside. Keep forgetting there, so could be a guy around here. Look, another box of nails. I guess this is just the trail I run must have tons of nails, because they're having problems finding them. It's like my third box today. Is that a battery or a nails? Come on, dummy. I gotta try that DNA server out again. I gotta keep going the right way, man. Sidetracked. At least it's daytime. I got a fighting chance against this AI. I think there was an apple out there. I gotta go get it. Wait, I got some here. Yeah, I mean, I like watching that. That's a cool concept. Doc, you ever played on that server? There's a lot to it. Man. Man, these guys run right past us. This is me off. I know they didn't play football in high school. Where's that? Oh, yeah. I thought I had some of this on me. Oh, you don't team up with nobody now, or? I thought someone was in here sleeping. The base is right over here. Yeah, Broomy. It's weird. So, excuse me. I was using OBS earlier. I think it went about 3 hours into my stream and it just turns off. And I don't notice right away. fired this one up, I don't know, 20 minutes later or whatnot. You ever heard of that? Is it maybe I got like a hotkey or something I'm hitting? I mean, it's happened a couple times. I was gonna ask Swift, I forgot. Swift was on earlier. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. I know Matt will be excited about it. The AI, they're pretty, well, I mean, I'm not very good. I don't think I'm very good, but I think it's the chemo messing with my brain so much. I'm handicapped from the hairline down. But yeah, he'll be excited. What's up, Frank? How are you? Stupid handgun at. Freaking blind. No, sometimes they don't even notice you. Like you can get a couple shots on them, they're still looking for you. And they got. Well, I was playing on my buddy's server. He's got the same. He's got this. I think he's got the same mod, but it's they got civilians. You know, and they're not going to be as good as the military. But they will sneak up on you. Like there's the military usually are in 3, and 1 or 2 of them will be shooting you. The other 1 or 2 are sneaking around the side, trying to get a better shot. That was a little. I don't know if they always do that, but they did that to me earlier. Not today. I haven't seen them today. I've heard them. It depends on what I got on me. I'm like, I gotta stay away. Yeah, but he wants to do like role play. If you want to be a cop or whatnot, maybe a dirty cop, or he said something about someone being like a taxi driver. I was like, I don't know about that, but he's like, yeah, he played on a server where a guy just was a taxi driver. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, man. It's good talking to you. I'll be looking for you. One way or the other. I hope it's not to run into the trees. Hey Frank, you playing on this server too, or? Take my medicine real quick. My vitamins, I guess. I mean, do you play on the server? Pretty good. I'm having fun with it. I guess that's wrong. Oh, okay, well. It's a pretty good server. That is not where it goes. Or maybe it is. Oh well. I don't care for this house. I never really get anything out of this one. Boy, what is going on? I stand corrected. I get a bullet. Okay, man. Yeah, Vic, what's up, buddy? No, I still got further to go. Just so you guys know, my stream stops sometimes, like it stopped earlier. So if it stops, just randomly, I don't know what the problem is. Come on. that was a guy right there. You can't see. I need to get back home. How you doing, Yavik? I'll be right back. Let me shut that. Right back. Oh man, sorry about it. I had to stand up for a minute. If I don't, my legs cramp up sometimes. got for me? Nothing. Must be some apples or something. Drinking coffee, yep. My favorite pastime. Doctor asked me the other day. They were looking at my veins. I got bad veins. I had to get a port put in, you know. And they're like, "You drink coffee?" I'm like, "Why, you got some?" Or how much coffee do you drink? I'm like, "Why, you got some?" Yeah, I like coffee. I don't think you can. Oh, I didn't think you could do that. Must be a canvas one or something. Shoes about. I think it's. Oh, it's time to find some new gloves. Can I do this? No. Crap. Okay. Freaking. I guess I'll dump this. What the heck? It's like I'm table dancing over here. I'll get out of here. Oh, look at that. That's disgusting. Man, you can't even see. Just a white flag? That's weird. Isn't that what I... Seeing if it had any ammo in it. I believe it's this way. Boy. Oh, who doesn't have their knife out? And these zombies ain't no joke. Can't stand how they made them like sidestep you. Okay, there's the coast. Well, for me, they're no joke. For the average person, they're probably no sweat. So loud. Where you at? I need earplugs just to go by the stupid roosters. Today. I guess today. Ooh, be a map down here. There'll be some weed seeds here. No, tomato. Nobody wants a tomato. I guess I do. Well, nobody needs a heat pack. Need a map. I got room for it. Let's see. All right, I think I'm like right here. Where I gotta go. I'm lost now. This way, I believe. Yeah. Got a train wreck. Crap. Cripe. I shouldn't even go to this. How's this knife looking? Rusty. See if I can sneak up on this guy. Nope. Oh, for crying out loud. You hit the guy, but he doesn't even react. It's ridiculous. At least it didn't cut me, I guess. Go away. They're all over. Oh, I need my little... whatever this thing is. You fell down. Okay. I don't know if this does that. No. Did I have... And now I'm cold. Now I could use a heat pack. I know I got some of these. No thanks. Seems like I'm always trying to find my base in the dark. Here's that apple orchard. Pretty sure there's no apples. Excuse me. Where's that? Must be the next town. Ooh, I think my legs are cramping up. Getting ready to. Good, here's the base. He's gone. Oh man, shit. Alright, I'm gonna log. I gotta try to sleep a little bit. My legs are starting to cramp up. Do some stretching and then go to bed. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And if you didn't, you maybe hit that like button. I'm kind of new at streaming, so usually don't say anything. I always forget. But I appreciate you guys coming in and watching. See you guys later.